Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ashleigh for those of you who are new here. If you aren't, welcome back. It's good to see you guys again. So today's video is a bit of a different one. I know I've been like bombarding you guys with hauls, but this one's a bit of an old style one. Today I'm going to do the get to know me tag. I found like the questions online. It says there's 50, but some of them are repeated, so I'm just going to like answer the ones I can. Some of them like don't really apply and some of them are copies, so I'm just gonna like go through them one by one and answer them. I do want to say first, if you watch my misguided haul, you're probably thinking I look exactly the same, and that's because I do, because I've got the same makeup and the same top on. It's the same day. I'm literally just filming this on the same day, so I thought it was okay because they're two different videos. So yeah, I'm just gonna start. So yeah, I've got the questions on my phone. If you see me looking down like here or wherever, looking down, it's because I'm reading it off my phone. I'm going to try and not make this too long. I don't want to like go too much into detail or anything, but I will just tell you guys stories or things where I can. Because the reason I'm doing this video basically is because I watched a couple of my videos back, like my most recent ones, and I was just a bit like, I don't really feel like I was giving off my personality very well, and I looked kind of like boring. Like I think I was just like so stressed about like having like my camera and my new tripod and my new ring light and all of that stuff, so I just like was kind of, I don't know, and I was editing out things that like I thought were funny, but I don't think people would find them funny. So I just wanted you guys to get to know me a bit more, find a bit about me, make me feel a bit more comfortable in front of the camera, like that kind of thing. So hopefully this helps. So yeah, let's jump into the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please remember to give me a big thumbs up, as it really helps my videos, and make sure to subscribe so you see more of this face, even though you might not want to. But if you do, hit the subscribe, you know. So let's get into it. So question one is, are you named after anyone? So my full name is Ashleigh Diana still. Ashleigh I don't think is named after anybody. I don't, I've never heard a story, so I don't think it is. However, the Diana, which is my middle name, is named after Princess Diana, who sadly passed away in 1997. She passed away in the September of 97 and I was born in the January of 98, so that is where my middle name came from. Yeah, so not really, but kind of in the middle, you know, just throw it in there. This one's really deep. When was the last time you cried? Literally, I think the last time I cried was like one day last week. I didn't cry like I wasn't crying, but me and Josh, actually this is the most recent time I cried I think. Me and Josh watched this YouTube video which was from Stand Up to Cancer, and it was a celebrity Gogglebox special from Stand Up to Cancer, and it was like Danny Dyer, like both of them, and then it was like Liam and Louis, like a few other people, and it was this story about this little boy who got cancer, and then it went away, then it came back, and it was worse, and he ended up passing away, and then his mum got cancer. So I find that really sad. I'm actually getting emotional now, so I don't want to go into too much detail about that. But if you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below. It's called Hamish's Story, and it was really emotional, and it just shows you how much cancer does affect people. So that was the last time I cried. Yeah, so that was that one. Number 3, do you have kids? If no, how many do you want? No, I don't have kids. I'm only 20 years old, so no, I don't. No offense if you do have kids at 20. I've got friends that have kids. I don't have anything wrong with that. I just don't have kids myself. I don't. What's the rest of it? Do I want them? How many do you want? Okay, so how many do I want? And this is a slicky question right now. So those of you who don't know, I keep talking about Josh. Josh is my boyfriend, been together for nearly 3 years in January. We always talk about kids and stuff a lot. We have always said, like, or I've always said I only want 2, which you've always kind of stuck to, like we just want 2, just want 2. Recently, however, I've been leaning more towards, I think I might want 3, because I don't know, I just feel like I'm going to want a big family. Like I watch a lot of family YouTubers, and I've just got a lot of family around me, and I feel like I would want more than 2. I don't know why, I just have this urge recently. It could go away, it has always been 2, but now I'm like kind of want 3. So you know, I think it all depends on circumstances. It could be that I could only ever have 1 child, it could be I could never have children, it could be I end up having 4. You just don't know on the circumstances, situation. Ideally I would like 2, possibly 3, but yeah, whatever I get is gonna be great, isn't it? Like, I don't know, whatever happens happens, but I'm hoping for 2. if not 3, then that's my dream. But if I get 1 and that's all I can have, then that's fine with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not set on having 2 or 3, I'm just set on the fact of having kids. Like, at least we both know we're gonna have kids, like, it's fine. Number 4, if you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? I find this really interesting. I think it would depend what kind of person I would be. Like, if I was a different person but I still existed, like, what person would I be like? Like, what would my personality be like? What would I be into? Because I could be like the complete opposite of me. I could be like my sister, who has no interest in makeup, no interest in like buying clothes a lot, like no interest in any of that. So like, she probably wouldn't be my friend, you know what I mean? So it depends what kind of person I was. However, I feel like I'm a good friend. Like, I don't know if that's true. My friends, Krista, Lewis, comment below, let me know if I'm a good friend or not, but I feel like I am. I feel like I would want to be my friend, but then again, like, I know for a fact that like girls just don't really like me. Like, me and Krista always say this, because like we're not in a big girl group, it's just like me and her and me and Krista and Lewis is like a friend group. Girls just don't really vibe with me. I'm not like a girl's girl. I am, like, I love girls. I've got a lot of girl friends, like, individually from like different areas. I've got a group of girls from like where I used to work. There's like 5 of us, which is great. Somehow managed to find 5 girls or 4 girls that I get on with really well. I'm part of that, so I don't get on with myself. But I've never had like a massive girl group, which I like because I get on with boys really well, but I don't feel like girls vibe with me. So maybe if I was another girl, maybe I would be friends with myself, but I don't know, I'm rambling a lot here. I feel like I'm a good friend, so I really would want to be friends with myself, but I just don't know, do I? Like, I don't know. It depends who I'd be. Number 5, do you use sarcasm a lot? Yes, I do. Me and Josh both use sarcasm a lot. Me and my friends all use sarcasm a lot. Like, I think it's just a British thing. Like, sarcastic humour is very British. I don't know, I can't think of an example. Oh, like, okay, so I don't know if this is sarcastic or it's just like hilarious. It's probably not, like, you'd have to be there to find this funny, but me and Josh were in the car once and it was like raining, and he was like, can you check the weather for me? Like, can you check it on your phone? And I was like, babe, I think it's raining. And he was like, oh yeah, funny. I don't know if that's sarcasm, is it? Kind of, I don't know, but yes, I use sarcasm a bloody lot. Number 6, what's the first thing you notice about people? I think it depends on the person, because obviously your first impression and what you notice about someone is different every person you meet. A lot of people, it's like eyes, hair, fashion, shoes, but it depends on the person. Like, someone could have like piercing blue eyes, so the first thing I'm going to notice if they're eyes. I will say this though, on girls, if they're wearing makeup, that's the first thing I do notice, because I just love looking at girls' makeup. Like, if I see a girl like full down, I'm like, hello. Yeah, I don't know, it depends on the person, because if someone's got like, if I don't like their hair but I love their dress sense, the first thing I'm going to notice is their dress sense. I don't ever notice things I don't really like particularly. I always look at a person and think what I like about them, which is, I don't know, is that weird? People do that. I don't think there's something you can pick out in everybody, like this is the first thing you notice. Maybe like their voice, if you're speaking to them, then like you don't speak to everybody, so I'm not really sure. But obviously cliche, you'd say I recognise like their personality, but you don't, because you literally, if you're meeting someone for the first time, what are you going to recognise? Like, if you turn on your camera, if you turn on your YouTube and I was like this, what's the first thing you're going to recognise about me? Actually, comment below, what's the first thing you notice about me when I'm there? Like, what's the first thing you notice? That's an interesting question. I'd like to know the answer to that if any of you want to leave me a comment below and let me know. But yeah, it depends on the person. Like, if they've got great hair, then I recognise their hair. If they've got great eyes. It just depends on the person. Basically, that was a long-winded answer for no reason. Number 7, what is your eye colour? It's brown, even though Josh tries to tell me it's green. It's not, it's brown. It's kind of like an olivey brown, I guess, but yeah, brown. It's always been brown, isn't it? So I'm just gonna go with brown. Number 8 is scary movies or happy endings. Happy endings, 100%. I hate scary movies. So if somebody asks me to watch a scary movie, sorry, I can't do that. I can't watch them. I just can't. I can't. That is it. Like, I can't. My thing is with scary movies, it's not that they're scary. It kind of is, but like a lot of them are just weird. If you know me, you know this about me. It's very strange. I don't like weird things. I can't watch things with weird things in them. By the word weird, I mean like things that aren't like normal. Like I have to watch something that I can like empathise with. I'm a very empathetic person, so if I'm watching a film, I usually empathise with the character. If the character is a zombie, can't empathise with you, hon, can I? You're a zombie. I don't like to eat brains. Can't empathise with you there. If it's a bloody ghost, I'm not dead. Can't empathise. If it's a... What else is in scary movies? I don't even know because I don't watch them. I just don't. What else is scary movies? I don't know, but they're always weird, aren't they? They're always weird. Like weird face things, things with half a face. Like that's not normal. That's weird. So I stay away from that. Things like The Walking Dead, obviously that's not a film. That's what I find, like I can't watch that, it's weird. Harry Potter, I know that's not scary and everyone loves Harry Potter and everyone's gonna shout at me, but that's weird. Wizards aren't real, sorry, they're not real, sorry. But yeah, weird things, I can't watch weird things. So yes, steering clear of the scary movies, thank you. What's the furthest you've ever been from home? So I actually have a lot of family in Australia. My mum's side of the family mostly live over in Australia, so that is probably the furthest I've been from home. Haven't been there in almost 13 years, which is a little bit insane. But yeah, so when I was 7, I went to Australia, turned 8 in Australia, which was crazy. It wasn't really, I turned 8, like it wasn't lit or anything, but turned 8 in Australia, which is great. And yeah, it's the first I've ever been from home. Yeah, so Australia would be the furthest place I've been. And for those of you who don't know, like if you're in America, you might not know this, for us it's like a 23-hour flight to Australia. Great. And you have to change, you can't go direct, you can only go direct to Perth at the moment, I think. I think it's Perth, yeah. Do you have any special talents? No, but I do have a party trick that I can do with my tongue. Can you guys do that? Bet you're all trying it now, aren't you? What is your zodiac sign? Do you believe in it? I am a Capricorn and I don't know a lot about like the traits or like what it means. I don't know that kind of stuff, but I do read my horoscope and a lot of it is pretty accurate. Like when I always forget, I have it on my phone, like the daily horoscope app. I always forget to check it, but whenever I do, it seems pretty accurate. So yeah, I kind of guess I do. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have one dog. He's a puppy. He's called Kane. He's a cockapoo. He's only 5 months old. That's it. Number 60. I don't know what number I'm at here because I've been skipping some out that are copies. So, do you have any siblings? Yes, I have one older sister. She is called Lauren. She is 23. Just turned 23 last month. Yeah, one sibling. That's it. What is your least favourite thing about yourself? I hate these questions because I always like think about my body, which I'm sure naturally everybody else would like. If I said to you what's your least favourite thing about yourself, you think about your body. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to bring my body down. I'm already insecure enough, which is what I'm going to say. My least favourite thing about myself is that I overthink a lot, and insecurity is kind of a part of that. I overthink a lot of situations and a lot of things in life, which causes a lot of stress in my head and a lot of like ag in my life, and makes me quite insecure as well. Like I can overthink about my body shape or just normal things like that. So yeah, that's the thing I like the least about myself, is that I overthink a heck of a lot, which it sucks. So if you can try and get yourself, if you're young and you feel yourself like overthink things, just stop it. Like just let whatever happens happens, because it will really affect you in the future and it's not nice, trust me. What was your favourite or worst subject in high school? So in the UK we have secondary school, which is what I'm going to answer for, I assume. So my favourite, I have two. So one was maths and one was RE. Don't sound very weird for you guys. I'm talking more like when I was like in like year 11, which is our last year of school for you guys who don't know. Maths, the reason I love maths is because I've always loved maths. It's the same everywhere you go, which is great. I loved maths the whole way through school, which I don't know, I wasn't the best at it. I got a B. I was good, but I wasn't like the top. I did struggle with it, but I loved it. I loved every lesson of maths that we did. I had a really great teacher, which really helped. I think that was really important. That's probably why I loved it so much in year 11, because my teacher was great. I had teachers in the previous years I didn't like so much, which made me struggle, I think. But yeah, maths was one, and then RE was the other. More so year 10 and 11. Again, I had an amazing teacher. She was the best. Like, I hadn't had her as a teacher. I knew who she was, but I hadn't had her as a teacher until year 10 for RE, and she just was incredible. Like, she was the best teacher. I actually ended up getting, did I get an A star in RE or an A? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I got an A star, but it could have been an A. I can't remember. But I remember like I got like a really high mark in one of the papers, and I was like blown away, because every time I did a mock test in RE, I used to always get an E, and then I walked out with an A or an A star, and I was like, wow, great. But yeah, my teacher was the best. And RE, if you're like choosing your options soon, which I know some of you probably are, and you're thinking, I don't want to do RE, I don't want to learn about religion. Trust me, it's not all about religion. You do obviously learn a bit about religion, but it's more about like controversial topics like abortion and euthanasia, all that kind of stuff, which is what I found really interesting, because I love controversy. I love controversy, what's the word? I don't know. Controversy, right? So I love controversial subjects. I love debating stuff. So that really worked for me. All you do in regards to religion is you talk about one religious point of view and then the other point of view, and we stuck to the same throughout. So we had a Christian point of view and then we had the Muslim point of view. So we just compared the two for every single subject, every single topic that we covered, which was pretty easy. The subject, what the subject is, what you think about it, the Christian view, the Muslim view, how they compare. You might do different things in your school, you might not do Christian and Muslim, but for example, that's what I did. So yeah, I really like those. Least favourite, I hated science and I hated history. Science and history are my least favourite topics. Science didn't do too bad. I got a C in my main science, and then I got a distinction star. We then did a BTEC afterwards because we finished science early, so we got 2 qualifications for it. And history I got a B in, so I didn't do badly in them, but I just hated them. They're boring. Like, they're like science and history, dead subjects, like so dead. Especially history, because you're learning about things from like 100 years ago. Yeah, I hated them. Sorry to my teachers, but I hated them. Sorry. Who are some of your favourite YouTubers? So I've got a few. I'm going to do like UK and US, because I feel like the scene's very different. So in the UK, my favourite YouTubers are Ellie Darby, #1. She's my favourite ever. I watch every single video. I'm just obsessed with her. Like, me and her are very similar. Like, we like the same things. Everything she buys, I'm like, yeah, love that. And also Josh really likes watching her. We both like watching her and Connor, her boyfriend, for those of you who don't know. But he also just likes watching Ellie as well. So we watch them together, which is really nice. I got into her and then he started watching some with me, and then he got into her. So she's a lovable person. We love Ellie. As well as Ellie, I also love Imagination. She's one of my favourite people ever. Like, she is just a little ray of sunshine. Like, she's the nicest person. Never met her, but like on YouTube, this is how she comes across. Like, she's been through a lot, and she just is such a beautiful person, which I think is great. So a lot of people that go through a lot of crap end up being really horrible people, and she's just not. So that's quite inspirational to me. I also love Hannah Renee, Jordan Lipscomb, Sophia and Cinzia, Holly Boone. There's a lot of YouTubers. US wise, I love Jacqueline Hill, obviously Slandered, James Charles and Tati are my favourites. Then I also really like watching Cole and Savannah and Everly, which is a family channel. And I also love Kendall Ray, who does conspiracy theories. She is one of my favourite YouTubers. And speaking of conspiracies, I also love Bella Fiore, who's an Australian YouTuber who does conspiracy theories and beauty videos and fashion videos all in one, which I love her, and Josh also likes her as well. And then I also love Shan XO, who is in New Zealand, I think. So yeah, that's a lot of them, but they're all different, like the different scenes, different people. So yeah, that's who I like. How many girlfriends or boyfriends have you had? 1. Josh is my only ever boyfriend ever, so Like I had boyfriends in school, don't get me wrong, I had like a boyfriend year 2. I had a boyfriend like year 10 for like 2 weeks, but I don't count that. I don't think it counts at all. It wasn't serious. 2 weeks. So yeah, 1. How is your relationship with your parents? This is quite an interesting question. I feel like this never gets asked. My relationship with my parents is quite good. I've always been quite close with both of them. We have obviously had like arguments and rocky patches, especially now I'm a bit older and I've got a boyfriend and things change, but I love my parents a lot. They're both wonderful parents, they're both very generous, very giving, very loving and caring. They've always supported us both on everything that we do, me and my sister I'm talking about. Yeah, my relationship with my parents is very good, so love you mum and dad. Okay, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 more questions on the list, and then I'll let you guys go. So question, what is this one? If money were no object, what would you get for your next birthday? If money were no object, I'd probably ask for a house. I'd like a house. But yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. If money were no object, I'd probably ask for like a car, like a new car, or a trip to New York, but not for my birthday, for next Christmas and New Year, because that's what I have to do. Yeah, I guess so. Or like a Celine handbag or some Christian Louboutin shoes. Lots of things really. If money were no object, I'd be getting a lot of things, to be honest. Wouldn't we all? If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? This is tricky for me because I feel like I have always dreamt about living in LA or New York. I still want to live in New York, it's like one of my dreams, but I just, right now in my life, I don't see an opportunity for me to ever move. There I feel like, especially like with Josh, I know he would want to move as well to America, but I feel like when's a good time? Like you're setting up your career, then you've got to like try and save to move. Plus I want to get married, I want to get a house, I want to have kids, you know. I just don't think it's going to happen. As much as I'd love to, I'm not sure that's where my life will take me, but we will see. What is your favourite thing to have for breakfast? I'm not really a huge breakfast person. If I'm having breakfast, I generally have a black coffee. If you know me, you'll know. Black coffee and an orange juice, so I can have both, or a smoothie if they're on offer. You know, if someone's making me a breakfast, I'd love a smoothie. I don't eat cooked breakfast because I don't eat like red meat, so I don't eat sausage, bacon, I don't eat eggs, I don't eat cooked tomatoes, none of that stuff, so I'm quite fussy in regards to breakfast. I do like a good like waffle and strawberries, or pancakes and strawberries, I love that. But usually I'd go for fruit. Like I like fruit. If I'm gonna have breakfast at home, I generally have an orange. When me and Josh were on a holiday, I was eating oranges and like strawberries and pineapple every single day for breakfast. That is like my dream, but it's a lot of effort to cut up fruit, and fruit's kind of expensive, so yeah, I don't have that every day. So what is your longest relationship so far? This is the last question, by the way. I think I've already answered this in the question before. Me and Josh have been together nearly 3 years in January, so that's my longest relationship, seeing as he's the only one I've been in a relationship with. Sorry to the boys that went to school with me and went out with me in school, because I don't count you as my relationships, son. But you know, those 19 days spent together in year 10 don't really count, do they? You know who you are. But yeah, 3 years with Josh, which, well, not quite 3 years, you know, we're like 2 months off that mark, but so yeah, 2 years and 10 months, which nobody's counting, are they? But yeah, nearly at 3 years, which is insane to me. Like I sometimes sit there and I'm like, I've had a boyfriend for nearly 3 years, like, because I went so long being single, like not that long, like I was only 18 when me and Josh got together, but I spent like my whole life being single. My sister had a long-term boyfriend when she was like 14, so I like grew up with that, and then I was like, I'm just been single, loving my life. Yeah, so sometimes I sit there and I'm like, holy crap, I've got a boyfriend. I've had a boyfriend for 3 years. That's a long time. Don't get me wrong, I don't ever forget that I've got a boyfriend, but it's just a weird like thing when you sit there and you think, wow, 3 years. I don't think like 3 years ago I'm like, God, I was 17. Yeah. No, but it's almost 3 years since we started talking, which is next month, which Yeah, that's quite cute. I love that story. Like, it's my favourite story how he got together. So if you guys want to know that, let me know, because maybe I'll get him on the channel, we can talk about it, which is fun. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a bit about me. I hope you learned something new if you already knew me. If there's anything you guys want to know in the future, make sure you leave me a comment or message me on Instagram, and I will do another Q&A or something in the future. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you see my next videos. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.